from America, from Australia, from Canada. You're watching from New Zealand, you're watching from Ukraine, from Russia, watching from Iran, from Israel. Whichever corner of the world you are watching this program from, I welcome you and I thank you for being part of this program. As you join us in the program, like and share so that others can get the information and the updates too. Today we are talking about something that goes beyond courtroom. Today being Saturday, we are talking about something that goes beyond the courtroom. We are talking about the latest developments surrounding the appeal of Simon Ekpa in Finland. But more importantly, we are talking about the mindset of Biafrans at this particular moment. The mindset of the Biafran people at this particular moment. Today we'll be talking about unity. We're talking about respect. We're talking about maintaining hope. We are talking about the importance of not allowing disagreements to destroy the relationship between people who share common aspiration. And we are talking about broader question of Biafran self-determination. So wherever you are today, tighten up your seatbelt and join us on this program. And I bet you at the end of the program, you'll be glad you did. So wherever you are watching from this morning, I want you to settle down, share the live stream, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not done so, and most importantly, participate in the conversation respectfully. Participate respectfully, because today's discussion is not about abusing anybody. Our platform has never been about abusing anybody or attacking anybody. All we do here is to make common sense, focusing on the reality on the ground, not on hopes, not on dreams, not on wishes. We focus on reality in this platform. So we speak about things we can explain and defend when the time comes. Because we have learned a lot of lessons from the case of Masanga and Simon Ekpa. If you are a Biafran, more especially a broadcaster, and you didn't learn anything, you will never learn. You will never learn. And I bet you you're going to learn in a hard way. We are not here to attack anybody. It is not about declaring somebody guilty or innocent before court has completed its work. It is about understanding what is happening, examining the issues carefully, and discussing what the moment means for Biafrans and wider self-determination conversation. That is what we are going to do today, and we will try as much as we can to do our best. So hang in there. While you connect, you share and let others join. The appeal of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has been going on for the past 3 days. My people, let us begin with the central issue. Mazi Simon Ekpa appeal in Finland has attracted significant attention from Biafrans and observers internationally. The case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, for the past 3 days, the whole world glued and focused on Finland. This is not the time to pretend. The appeal is a legal process. Always remember this. Appeal of Mazi Simon Ekpa, it is not something that is special. It's not a special preference. It's not something that is just made from. It's a legal process. And because it is a legal process, we have to extremely carefully examine about how we discuss it. We have to be extremely careful about how we discuss it, because it is a legal process. It is not enough to just on camera and speak because you want to. That is why I have always told people, focus on the things you can defend and speak about. The appeal of Mazi Simon Ekpa is a legal process. We have to be extremely careful about how we discuss it. There is a difference between supporting somebody's right to due process and predicting the outcome of the court case. Yeah. Our duty as Biafrans is to support our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. Support his right for due process. That is what we are calling for. Throughout these 3 days, I've been calling for it. That's been my message. Due process. Due process. We are not asking for any special preference. But because we are sure that once due process is followed, Mazi Simon Ekpa is going to be free. There is a difference between supporting somebody's right to due process and predicting the outcome of a court case. Those two things are not the same. They are not the same. You can believe that a person deserves a fair hearing without claiming that you already know what the judges will decide. So many of us are already giving verdicts. So many are already giving their sentence and freedom the way they want. But the most important message from Biafran should be fair trial. Let there be fair trial. Once there's fair trial, whatever the result is, we will accept it. Once there is fair trial, whatever the result is, we will accept it. Because we know that previously there wasn't a fair trial. I can say that and I can prove why I said it. But in the current case on the appeal, all we are asking is for that fair trial. Let that be fair trial. Whatever the result is, we will accept it with good faith. We can demand justice without pretending to be the judge. And we can support the principle of the rule of law while still accepting that the final decision belongs to the court. That is one thing every Biafra should have in their mind. The final decision belongs to the court. No matter what you predict, no matter what you say, no matter what I say. No matter what I say here, no matter what you say, the final decision belongs to the court. What they decide is what's going to happen. The least we can do is to call for fair trial. That's it. Continue to support the principle of the rule of law. But whatever be the decision, lies on the court, on the judge. They are the one to decide. That distinction is extremely important at this point in time. While we are having the break to resume on Monday the case of our minister, we need to reflect and begin to prepare our mind. So as we follow the development from Finland, let us avoid misinformation. Misinformation. Oh, some people are already, some content creators are already making videos. Some of them are saying Masanga have been freed. That is how mischievous some people can be. There are some already are carrying programs around, sharing videos that Masanga have been freed. He has been released. He has been released. Some say the sentence has been released, so reduced. Some say he has been pardoned. Different kinds of misinformations. And the painful thing that some of this misinformation is coming from Biafrans. From those who claim to be Biafran media. It is a shame. Let us avoid rumors. Avoid rumors. Let us avoid fabricated court documents. There are so many fabrications. just to create content. You see them fabricating things that doesn't exist. Let us follow patiently and speak about only informations that are verified. And there are so many places to get information that are verified. Just like the update I gave yesterday, that came from one of the technical team, that even some people are even abusing the man. I can't understand. I can't understand. Dr. Masanga is part of the technical team. And Dr. Masanga knows Simon Ekpa, not because of this arrest. He has been in contact with Masanga, not because of this arrest, before the arrest. I have played a program, maybe today I will still play, a program that Simon and Dr. Masanga held. They held a program together. And Dr. Masanga has spoken about this case of Masanga several times. Before he left for Finland, he made a video that he was going to Finland. He said he was going to Finland. When he arrived to Finland, he made a video and said he's in Finland. And he made it clear that he is not going to be in the court. That his own support is a technical support, and they are making their support from different directions. He's in his hotel. Every other person is in different places in their hotels. All they need to is to support, give their support electronically to the defense team. Until when it is necessary, they will come in. Even during the closed door hearing, they are not permitted to be there. He said it. He said it. All they are doing is providing technical assistance to the defense lawyer. The lead counsel is only the lead counsel, the defense lawyer, a fiduciary that is practicing. They are the people who were inside the court. All Dr. Masanga is doing and the rest teams are to support both the ones that came from the United States, some other technical team from the United States, the lawyer from the United States, is only support. They give a support. And that support is not just in the court. They give support to the lawyer in the court and also create awareness to the international communities, dragging their attention into the case. That is the role he has been playing. He explained it. So I don't know why people are getting confused about that. I don't know why people are dragging him for that. This man is not a Biafran. You are not paying him to do anything for you. He is doing it pro bono on his own, because of the love he had for Mazda, because of humanity. He knows Mazda, but not because of you, not because of me. Mazda knew him before ever he had a problem. He was in touch with Mazda. Before he had a problem, he was in touch with Mazda. So it's not as if it's because now Mazda has a problem. That's how he knows Mazda. No. Dr. Masanga has known Mazda even before he had an issue. And throughout the case of Mazda Samuel, he has been speaking. And this information is not hidden. All you need to do is to go to his platform. Go to the platform of the government. I have showed his platform here yesterday. Go to his platform on X. You will see various times, various updates he gave from the time he left and the time he arrived in Finland, and all the updates has been given. Both video update and written update. From the day 1, day 2, and day 3, he has been given update. So I don't see why anybody will be confused about that. The only thing I see that sometimes because of anger, or do I say because of anger or hatred you have for somebody, you transfer it to so it is not necessary. It is not necessary. And that is why this group mentality is dangerous. This group mentality is not doing it any good. It is doing harm to the struggle. As I am now, just because you hate me and you hear that I'm speaking about somebody, it's not that person did anything bad. It's not that person did anything wrong. But because I am promoting that person, I'm talking about that person, you hate that person because you hate me. That is stupidity. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Because you disagree with someone, does not mean that that person you disagree with has to disagree with every other person. Even when the person you disagree with is talking about something that you know is the right thing, is truth. If there is any mistake, all you need to do is to correct the mistake and not to attack that personality. Someone that did nothing to you. Someone that has come to help, giving a helping hand. Dr. Masanga started giving a helping hand to Biafra from Mazen Nandekano. He gave Mazen Nandekano a platform to speak. And from that very interview of Mazen, he promised to be promoting the case of Biafra. And he has been promoting it. He has been promoting the issue of Biafra everywhere he goes. He has been a hardcore supporter of Biafra. The same thing, when Mazen Simon went to him, he also renewed that very promise to continue to promote the cause of Biafra and speak up and make sure that voice is heard. He has been doing what he promised to do. Why would Biafrans look down on him or attack him or talk ill of him? Dr. Masanga is doing everything he's doing in the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa on pro bono, 100% pro bono. Nobody is sponsoring him. He said it in his platform. Go and see it. He made a video and he talked about it. Even in one of the video he made before in Finland, he said he complained about the attack. Why is it? And he said that he is not interested in your groups. Dr. Masanga said, I am not interested in any group. All this your faction group battles. You have to settle it yourself. My own problem is to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa gets a fair hearing. That Mazi Simon Ekpa regain his freedom. Once he gets a fair hearing and regain the freedom, whatever differences the groups have in the Biafra story, you should settle it. But for one reason or the other, some group attached him to themselves, and because a group attached him to them, without his own knowledge, without him coming to tell that he's with social person and so forth, and now you begin to condemn him and disrespect him online. It's not sensible. It's not sensible. We need to always make sure we engage in a very respectful way, no matter how we disagree with people. There are so many people I disagree with. But when I see them promoting something that is responsible, that's something, a line that I know that this thing is the right thing to do, I'm not going to reject that truth because it's coming from somebody I hate. No. Truth will always be the truth. Good will always be good, regardless of who it comes from. I'm not going to now change because the person that is speaking is somebody that I hate or I don't agree with. Because somebody I don't agree with is the one talking about social person. Because of that person is talking about now, I have to condemn the person and destroy the reputation of the person. No. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. It doesn't. It doesn't. And this is why we are having so much problems. I don't know how we can learn. Even Mazen Nandekano in detention has been begging for unity. Mazen Simon Ekpa has been begging, almost disappointed and sharing tears. He even went to the and said that even if you people cannot work together, let everybody continue to work according to his or her own knowledge. If you can't be able to work as a team, work according to your own knowledge and your experience. Do the things you can do and let other people have their peace. Why is this so difficult? A very simple request. Why is it so difficult? Why is it so difficult? So as we follow the development from Finland, let us avoid misinformation. Let us avoid rumors. Let us avoid fabricated court documents. Let us avoid social media claims presented as confirmed fact. This is the time of social media. You will see people on camera sit down and begin to claim what they can. It is so painful. People will sit down on camera and begin to claim something they cannot defend. They don't know jack about it. Some of them, they tell again, some will come and tell you they have an intel. Intel from where? From who? Some say they gave him information. From who? From where? Let us avoid social media claim presented as confirmed fact. Look at Nneka Chimezie. Nneka Chimezie that have been ranting every day, accusing Mazen Nandekano of unthinkable things. Nneka Chimezie every day online accusing Mazen Nandekano every day, every blessed day. Sometimes he will claim that Mazen Nandekano called him and attacked him. Sometimes he will claim that Mazen Nandekano was sending him a WhatsApp message, presenting lie as a confirmed fact. But now that she has been sued to court, she's running around. She's running around. Unfortunately, everything she has been saying all this while, there is no evidence to back it up. The same thing we have been saying, you are not a member of IPOB. You are not a Biafran agitator. You are not in any Biafran group. You are with Ohanes and Igbo and the politicians. Why don't you leave this agitation alone? Focus on your own part. Focus on your one Nigeria or your Igbo cause. She refused. Now she has been sued to court. And she's running from pillar to pole, begging from here and there. Now, bring your evidence now. It becomes a different thing altogether. And the same thing with this case of Masanga. Oh, some people are already making video because they saw Biafrans exchanging greetings with Masanga. They use that. They use the video and they say, "Oh, Masanga have been freed." And they begin to post it. Some of them begin to give sentence. Oh, Masanga, the sentence was reduced. Oh, they pardoned him. He was pardoned. Begin to create different narratives that do not exist. And when they sit down and create this, some of them will claim that they got an intel. Let us avoid social media claims presented as confirmed fact when they are just a mere claims. And let us avoid declaring victory or defeat before the legal process has concluded. Let us avoid declaring victory or defeat before the legal process has concluded. We must always have a positive mind. But in your positivity, you prepare yourself for whatever be the outcome. We are living in a world that people can see white and tell you that this white is black. We are living in a world where you cannot be sure of anything. We are living in a world where people prefer lie than truth. So that is why, in this case of our mind, we need to prepare ourselves. Don't rush. Prepare your mind so that you can stand. When we have done what you're supposed to do, ask for fair hearing and the rule of law. Once they follow fair hearing and the rule of law, the court has the right to say the last word. And whatever they say, we go with it and go to the next step. The responsible thing to do is simple. The responsible thing for us as Biafrans to do is simple. We follow the proceedings, just as we are doing. For the past 3 days, we've been following. We follow the proceedings. We examine credible informations. Every information that comes, examine it. Look through it, think about it. We ask questions. When you enter into a program, just like in this program, you can ask credible questions, critical questions, respectfully, sensible questions. With discipline, we ask questions among ourselves, among people. We allow legal process to work. And we wait for the court decision. That is what respect for the rule of law means. So we can't be on our platform talking about the rule of law, respect for the rule of law, and then we are doing something different. So in respect for the rule of law, even we that are outside still have a role to play. At least for the case of Simon Ekpa, we know he's in a civilized, let's accept, he's in a civilized place in Europe. He's in a civilized, he's not unlike the case of Nandekano, where he's in a lawless country, a country that doesn't even have a law, let alone respecting it. So let's give it to Finland at least. Let's just give it to them that they have the rule of law and they have the opportunity to make amends wherever they have made mistake. Nobody's above mistake. So our own responsibility is to follow proceedings, examine credible information, ask questions, allow the legal process to work, and we wait for the court decision. That is how we can respect the rule of law, even without being in the court. As Biafrans, we need to conduct ourselves properly. You saw the video that came out yesterday. I played it yesterday. Maybe I'm going to play it before I end the program. We saw what transpired. And you see how disappointed our Prime Minister was. You see how disappointed. No matter the grievances you have, you don't have to display it in the presence of the man who is suffering for you. Of the man who is telling the world that we are one and we are pushing for freedom. You don't need to display your differences or your misunderstanding in such a manner that will make your leader uncomfortable. Some people will just sit down and create a narrative. You sit down and you create a narrative for yourself and you push it out. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. We need to have that spirit of tolerance now more than ever. The appeal of Masanga matters a lot. This appeal, it matters a lot to us as Biafrans. It matters a lot. And that is why many Biafrans are paying attention. That is why many Biafrans are emotional. That's why many Biafrans are acting. I can understand that. Because Mazi Simon Ekpa has become a highly controversial and prominent figure within the wider Biafran political conversation. That is why the case is very sensitive and we are so emotional and we are paying attention to it closely. We know that Mazi Simon has become a highly controversial and prominent figure within the Biafra political conversation. People have different opinion about him. You know, I know. That people have created opinion for themselves about our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. And it is these opinions today that are one of the things we are battling in this appeal court. Biafrans themselves, some Biafrans have created their own opinion about our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. Many of us that follow him, we strongly support him. And we know there are people who oppose our Prime Minister. There are people that oppose him. We know them. It's not hidden. Some agree with aspect of the message of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. And they disagree with some. You will see some people come and tell you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is a hardcore. He is doing it right, but he's too fast. That's a complaint some people get. Some people give the complaint, they say, Mazi Simon Ekpa, yes, he is genuine and he's doing it, but he's too fast. Some will say, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he's doing the right thing. He has Biafran attack, but he is too harsh. These are differences, different opinions that people have. And there is nothing wrong in you having your own opinion. There is nothing wrong. Opinion not be hostile. Don't bring hostility into that your opinion. No. You are entitled to have your opinion. Express your opinion respectfully so that others can understand you. You never can tell. People might be convinced due to the way you express yourself. Some agree with certain aspect of the message of our Prime Minister. Some don't agree. It is their opinion. They have formed it. But where the problem comes is when you make that your opinion hostile. There are some other group of people simply watching the case because they believe that the principle of justice and due process are important. There are people like all those human rights organizations, all those big wigs that are watching from the United States, from other part of the world. They are watching. They are watching the case because they believe that the principle of justice and due process are important in every case. Just like Dr. Masanga said yesterday, even before the case started, always talking about, he even gave example of what transpired during Charles Taylor case and how Nigeria has manipulated so many other things and why it is necessary that Finland should not pay attention because the process of getting even the evidence against Masanga is all flawed. The processes were flawed. The processes that they pass before they arrive at the sentence of Masanga was flawed. So people are paying attention to see what Finland is going to do this time. Nobody's above mistake. The lower court can do whatever they like, but the appeal court have the opportunity to make amends where necessary. But whatever your position is, we must understand something. A court case involving one individual can become larger than the individual himself when it touches issues that many people already care deeply about, like the case of Masanga.